afternoon, everybody. What's going on, everybody? Monday, November 11th, 2024. My name is Kevin Smith. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Loud Majority Live. We got a jam-packed show for you guys today. Donald Trump has been busy over the weekend appointing cabinet secretaries, appointing cabinet appointees, I should say, appointing people to their various posts. We're going to go over all the details on that. There have been some big ones. We're going to talk about what all that means. Also, we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. We're going to, there are some real liberal freakouts going on, and I want to give a big shout out to somebody on X right now who put together a phenomenal compilation of all of those. We're going to watch that in just 1 second. Also, turns out in the first week, Donald Trump is already making a dent with not only New York City backtracking on some of its policies, but the European Union has already decided to become less dependent on Russia, and more dependent on America. We're going to get to all that in just a second. Before we do that, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Share this video out all over the place. What's happening, everybody? Marissa, how are you? Say hello to everybody in the chat. Jeanette, how are you? Also, before we keep going today, I want to wish everyone out there a happy Veterans Day. I want to thank everyone so much, all the phenomenal people in my life who have served, who have kept this country safe for so many years, who have given us the opportunity, to be able to do things like this, to be able to keep us free. A lot of people from my generation served in a war that not all of us agreed with, but your country called and you answered the call. So I want to thank you all for that. It's because of all of you guys that I'm able to do this show, that I'm able to sit here and talk shit on the internet. You know, a lot of places around the world, a lot of the stuff I say would be banned, would get me in some trouble. First world countries like the UK and Canada. So I do want to thank all of our veterans out there who continue to keep us free. Thank you all so much, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Share this video out all over the place. We're going to have a little bit of fun today. We've had, do I have any Canadian promo codes? You can use promo code LFA if you want. You can use promo code LFA. I think the regular codes work just fine everywhere they are. So we're gonna have ourselves a little bit of fun as we start off today. There has been a whole weekend worth of mentally deranged people on the internet. And look, I'm not gonna lie to you. A little Schadenfreude, a little. I've enjoyed it. We're going to play a little, it's like a 4-minute video put together by a good friend of mine on X, Chief Trumpster. Make sure you guys are following him. Let's get ready to laugh.
Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States.
The former president's comeback will be complete with a win in Wisconsin, a state that he narrowly lost.
I'm your Republican congressman. Now that we're in charge, we banned abortion. No exceptions.
My girl just lost a day ago. Like, damn.
And we say bye-bye.
I'm fucking feral today. Feral! If you see me, keep walking. Do not make eye contact. Do not square up at me. Don't act like you know me. Like, I want to eat... Like, maybe they voted for Kamala, but, like, I want to eat them right now. Like, I want to take a bite out of those glutes in a bad way.
Well, now that we know Project 2025 is legit happening, like we said all, when's the Civil War start? Anybody know? And what are we wearing? Because I'm fucking ready. I'm fucking ready to pull a Braveheart and, like, ride into battle, paint my face blue. Because a bitch is not about to become a handmaid.
because of that stupid! Oh my God! Stupid fucking felon! He's a felon! He's a felon! He's a felon! I don't want to hear anymore. Yeah, and again! I'm not coming back. I'm never coming back here until he leaves the house. He is ruining my life, her life, and the life of every single immigrant in this country.
He cheated! There was fraud!
Why?
Lost faith in humanity, clap your hands. If you've lost faith in humanity, clap your hands. If you've lost faith in humanity, and this is your villain origin story, if you've lost faith in humanity, clap your hands.
Look, it's just funny. It's just funny. So shout out to our boy Chief Trumpster for putting that all together. It's not easy to make those videos, guys. So I just retweeted it. Make sure you guys Sherry, make sure you retweet that out. Help out our boy Chief Trumpster. Look, it's just funny. It's just funny watching these people utterly and completely lose their minds. And none of them have any introspection whatsoever. That's basically what every show last week was about how these people simply do not get it. They simply do not get it that the woke liberal elite mind virus is taking over. It's taking over their party, it's taking over their movement, and it's taking over their culture. And some of them are so blind to see it that they, even when they're told directly that this is happening, they still refuse to accept it. Here is, and this clip, I want to be clear. This clip I'm about to show you encapsulates what the Democrats have become, okay? Here is Jonathan Karl, I think he's of ABC News. Jonathan Karl of ABC News, rich and white, sitting down with Charlemagne the God, rich and black. You see, what the Democrats have yet to understand is that there is not a race divide in this country. There is not a gender divide in this country. There is not an economic divide. There's not an education divide in this country. There is an economic divide. It is about rich people and poor people. And the problem is, people like Jonathan Karl sitting down with Charlemagne the God, a radio host from I think he's from Detroit. Sitting down with Charlemagne has no idea about anything, but he's looking for his perspective on the vote of color, whatever the hell that is. And Charlemagne just doesn't get it.
What do you make of the demographics here? I mean, Trump got 1 out of every 3 voters of color.
No.
Yeah.
1 out of
33%.
No. Really?
Yeah.
When you say color, you mean like black, brown, everything? Oh, well, I think that, people have different issues that they care about, and I think that there's nobody out there that's a single issue voter. I think some of this is a backlash to race and gender and identity politics, but man, most people, they just care about keeping food on their table and keeping a roof over their head. And I think sometimes people forget about that. I think that they forget about, the working class. And for whatever reason, Donald Trump speaks to the grievances of the working class in a real way. And I keep telling folks, people will forget what you did, they'll forget what you said, but they'll never forget how you made them feel.
No, Charlemagne, there is no race element to this. It is about regular people against people like you. And when I say people like you, I mean people like Jonathan Karl and you. Rich people who think they understand what each and every demographic needs. You see, where the Democrats fell short in numerous places, and we're going to break this down with data from Steve Kornacki from NBC News, is that Democrats bet that Hispanics would go against Trump because of immigration. They thought that Muslims would go against Trump because of the Muslim ban that actually wasn't, but whatever. They thought that women would go against Trump because they made a bet. Democrats made a bet that more women cared about abortion than the price of milk. Do you know why? Because that's what rich people care about. Rich people want to make sure there's enough illegal immigrants in this country to clean their pool. But it turns out legal immigrants do not like illegal immigrants because they waited in line. They did it the right way. Moreover, they get pissed off when they get lumped in to the categories of the people who did cut the line. I got to meet somebody the other day. She's very active in local. She's very active in like the local town stuff. She's on the Smithtown Historical Society board. You know, very rich history here in Long Island of that. And this was her first election ever voting in this country. She became a citizen like a year ago or a short time ago. And she told us that it was the first time she'd ever voted in her life because she came here from India as a child. And it took years and years and years to become an American citizen. And this was the first election she ever got to vote in. And who did she vote for? She voted for Donald Trump. And why? Because she's a regular person. She's not an immigrant, she's an American. And she knows that Donald Trump is what's good for America. And I love hearing those stories. I love hearing the stories of people who have come to this country for a better life and did it the right way, and they're contributing to their communities. That's what America's all about. It's about rich elitists against regular people. That's the only divide. Not race, not gender, not creed, not religion, not education. It's about rich people against poor people. That's it. And Steve Kornacki breaks down that data. We'll get to it in just a second. Before we do that, Mike Lindell.
You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. You know, I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets, sleepwear, dog bed.
Whoa, Charles. Everyone now can get MyPillow products at huge discounts at MyPillow.com. That's right. Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of our 3-in-1 sale. We're bringing you exciting new products, overstock specials, and closeout deals you won't find anywhere else. For example, when you buy one of our brand new MyPillow 2.0s, you get another one absolutely free. And with our overstock sale, you save 50% on our luxurious Giza Dream bed sheets. That's as low as $29.99 for the best sheets ever. And with our biggest closeout special, you get our all-season slippers for only $35. Or our sandals and slides for just $25. Quantities are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Guys, head on over to MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD. That's MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD for up to 80% off everything on the website. That's MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD. We got some big old numbers today. Nick Santino, you're right. Why does it take Arizona so long to count ballots? I don't know. Maybe it's the heat. I don't know. Something's going on down there in the desert, but for some reason they can't seem to figure out what is going on. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. What's up, Christina Conrad? You know, Christina, you know what? It's funny. Someone actually said it to me the other day. That Arizona counting ballots is about as efficient as Aaron Judge in the playoffs. What's going on, everybody? Custom Rock, what's going on? Anders, how are you? My great niece voted for the first time this year. She just entered college and she voted for Trump. Well, you know what? You are a proud great uncle or aunt. I'm not sure. You are a proud, we are all proud of your great niece for standing up against the rising tides of the crazy people on college campuses. It's pretty rough. Goose McGroin, happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. And make sure, guys, do me a favor. Stay tuned towards the end of the show. In about 25 minutes, we had a victory rally here on Long Island. We had a victory rally here on Long Island, and I'm going to show you guys the highlights of it. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Some people watching might have been there. Guys, let me know if you were at our Long Island victory rally. Giddy up, Carol. What's going on? Guys, hit the thumbs up button. Share the video out before we get to Steve Kornacki. Guys, head on over to lfatv.us. That's lfatv.us. That is your home base, your mothership for all things LFA TV related. You can check out the LFA TV shop. Jeremy's got good stuff over there. And while you're there, consider becoming a monthly donor over at lfatv.us. That is the best way to help this network grow. We can't do it without your help, guys. Your Rumble rants are always incredibly helpful. This is user-generated content, and we can't do it without your help. So go to lfatv.us. That's lfatv.us. So, guys, real quick, also tomorrow, I'm going to be making an announcement about another rally we're going to be doing out in Suffolk County, starting out there and then heading out to Queens to meet up with the Queens Loud Majority and the Whitestone Republican Club, good friends of the show. Keep it locked in here. Also, for my Long Island base, very soon I'm going to be making an announcement about a very tall, very handsome, beautiful-haired man that won Pennsylvania who may be stopping out in Long Island in the not-too-distant future. You're going to want to pay attention to that. But as I said, Democrats can't stop smelling they can't stop smelling their own crap and saying it smells good. They can't figure out what they did wrong. They could be smacked in the face with data and still never understand what happened. Here's Steve Kornacki from NBC News throwing it in their faces, and very few of them, I would say Bill Maher, Anna Kasparian, Crystal Ball, Cenk Uygur, maybe the only four that can actually figure out what just went wrong. Here's Steve Kornacki.
Yeah, well, Kristen, you said it, not just Donald Trump winning the election, but winning the popular vote. First time in 2 decades for a Republican. And how did he do it? He did it by transforming the Republican Party. It is now more diverse than it's ever been in modern times, and certainly much more than when Donald Trump first came on the scene 8 years ago. A lot of ways to look at this. How about this here? When it says pre-Trump, that's the last presidential election before Donald Trump started running. You got to go back to 2012 for that. Remember, 3 straight elections, Trump's been the Republican candidate. So pre-Trump, voters under 30 were going for the Democrats by 23 points. Folks with incomes under $50,000, 22 points for the Democrats. Folks without college degrees, 4 points for the Democrats. That's pre-Trump. What comes out of this election? Look at some of these shifts. The youth vote, that Democratic margin cut more than in half. Voters under 50,000, now a Republican constituency. Voters without a college degree, look at that shift. Now a core Republican constituency. And then we can talk about race, ethnicity. This gets into that diversity I mentioned a minute ago. Check this out. Again, pre-Trump versus now. The black vote still overwhelmingly Democratic, but that's a 15-point shift. It used to be 87 points for the Democrats, down to 72. How about this? You've heard a lot about it this week. This is what the numbers look like. Hispanic voters were 44 points Democratic before Donald Trump, now basically a toss-up constituency, and Asian Americans, a 32-point shift there as well. That's what's happened to the Republican Party since Donald Trump became its standard bearer 8 years ago. This has been the movement. And meanwhile, for the Democratic Party, the story is the opposite. Pre-Trump versus now. Check out some of these movements. Among white voters, this was a 20-point Republican constituency before Trump. Still a Republican constituency, but a little bit less so. And white voters are such a massive share of the electorate. That 4-point shift, very meaningful. Again, college-educated voters now, a core Democratic constituency. Folks earning more than $100,000 used to be a Republican constituency, now a Democratic constituency. And this gets to, we talk all about the battlegrounds. Trump swept the battlegrounds. But the other big story this week has to do with the popular vote and how Trump pulled that off. Here's one answer. Big blue states with very diverse populations. This new coalition that Donald Trump's assembled, it meant that he didn't win any of these, but he made some giant strides. California, biggest of them all, 29-point Biden win 4 years ago. Currently, only 18 for Harris, her home state. Look at New York. Basically, Trump cutting that Democratic margin in half. Go down this list and look inside those states and you'll see it. Blue-collar areas, cities, metro areas with large Hispanic populations, that's where Trump made his big...
That's where Trump made his big gains. I told you all this. For my New Yorkers and my New Jerseyans, Jerseyites, whatever the hell you call yourselves, Garden State people, that Donald Trump's popular vote victory was going to run through the Holland Tunnel. People from around the country might not know what that means, but you know what that means. And we saw gains here like we've never seen before, particularly for my Long Island audience. I want to tell you guys something. Between 2020 and 2024, the state of New York lost more than 300,000 people to outward migration to places like Pennsylvania, Florida, and the Carolinas. I'm sure you can name some people you know that fled. A host on this network, he's one of them. What's up, Sean? One of thousands of friends of mine who left. Nassau County had 33,000 more Trump voters than it did in 2020. Suffolk County had 22,000 more Trump voters than in 2020. That's 55,000 new voters. And it's because of people like you who did that. We saw historic numbers in the 5 boroughs: the Bronx, Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn. I'm excited. I'm excited, man. The world is changing. This nation is changing. And it is changing in a populist direction. Very soon, there's actually going to be a cover story about me in Bloomberg News. But I'll read you guys that when it comes out. Don't you worry. But it is about the populist wave we saw on Long Island. And it's time for people to understand that this is, and you saw in that Steve Kornacki data, Hispanics, non-college educated, all came to the Republican side. One of the only places that Democrats gained in were people making over $100,000 a year. Because as I said, it's not about race. It's not about religion. It's not about national origin. It's about wealth and poor people. That's it. It's about people like me, 35 years old, struggling to begin my life because the cheapest home on Long Island costs $800,000. That's what it's about. Yet, no matter what we say to them, no matter what we do, there will still be people out there like Anna Navarro.
Look, Donald Trump won the electoral vote. He won. He's going to win the House. He won the Senate. For all effects and purposes, he's got the Supreme Court. They've given him immunity. This is what the country voted for. This is, a lot of people thought that when he talked about mass deportations, he wasn't being serious. I don't know how many times he had to say it for people to realize he was being serious. Well, if you thought he wasn't being serious, the appointment of Tom Homan today as border czar, and he will be in charge of a mass deportation program, the largest the country has ever seen, they say. And now Stephen Miller, as deputy chief of staff, should let you know that he was absolutely serious. And when you talk about mass deportations, people think, oh, it's just going to be the criminals. There's not enough criminals, aliens in the federal prison system for it to be mass deportations. What it means is grandmothers. What it means is brothers and aunts. What it means is abuelos y abuelas. It means dreamers. It means your family members. It means your colleagues. It means your friends. It means people who are part of the society. And look, America, you know, those of you who voted for Trump, this is what you wanted. This is what you voted for. You screwed around and you're about to find out.
So, let me get this straight. Rich lady Ana Navarro, we voted for it, we wanted it, and now we're going to get it. And you seem to think that that is a problem. I don't think it's a problem at all. I think it would be nice. I think it would be nice that someone elected does what they say they're going to do. What a thought. And in just 1 second, we're going to be talking about the political appointments, or the political nominees and appointments that Donald Trump has put forth so far. We've got a few names, and we're going to talk about them, and I'm super excited about it. Before we do that, guys,
the biggest benefit, honestly, has been with my skin. Skin was more hydrated, more radiant.
This is the best superfood that you could take.
It has all the essential nutrients you need for your skin, your gut, energy, focus, mood, performance.
My hair has gotten so much thicker ever since taking this.
I used to have a probiotic, a green juice. I replaced it all with this Armra colostrum. It is amazing.
You gotta take it.
If you want to try it, try armra.com.
Guys, start feeling better today with the superfood formula over at tryarmra.com/LFATV. That's tryarmra.com/LFATV to get 15% off your first order, guys. That's tryarmra.com. Start feeling better today. So, as we said, Donald Trump has begun making his political appointments, and the first one out of the gate, it's always the first one out of the gate, is the chief of staff, and that was Trump's campaign manager, Susie Wiles. Now, what's good about having Susie Wiles is that, as you saw from the victory speech, Susie Wiles has absolutely no desire to be in the limelight. And that is good, because your chief of staff should not be someone who is in the limelight, which is what we saw with someone like Mark Meadows. They are someone who just puts their head down and does what needs to be done. And whether you like her or you don't like her, if you're the campaign manager of a presidency and you win, you become the chief of staff. Why? Because you did so good managing the staff that just won the election. Now, deputy chief of staff, bring on Stephen Miller, who is he's terrifying. He actually kind of looks like Gru from Despicable Me. But Stephen Miller is a no BS guy. He is a border hawk. That is his number one priority. Great to see him in that role. Who else did we get? Well, you heard Ana Navarro talk about it. Tom Homan. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Tom Homan, just know that he is one of the biggest, no bullshit guys anywhere around. Here he was on 60 Minutes talking about this idea of mass deportation.
We have seen one estimate that says it would cost $88 billion to deport 1 million people a year.
I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Is that what American taxpayers should expect?
What price do you put on national security? Is that worth it?
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
Based. Absolutely based answer. But for more of Tom Homan, here he was dealing with Pramila Jayapal from the state of Washington. She's got a little gavel in her hand, so she thinks somebody gives a shit what she has to say. Well, she messed around with Tom Homan, and she found out.
You were saying that. I wish somebody in Democratic leadership would say that out loud. Look, You want to know why there's 50,000 people in detention? You want to know why we have 1 million illegal entries in the United States? You want to know why we have these issues? Because you have failed to secure the border. You have failed to work with this president to close the 3 loopholes we've asked for 2 years to close. So if you want to know why this issue exists, you need to look in the mirror. You have failed American people for not securing the border and closing loopholes.
Mr. Holman, please respect the chair and the authority of the chair. The time of the gentleman has expired.
I've asked you politely to let me go beyond my time, and you let other people go beyond their time, but not to Tom Holman. He don't get to go beyond his time.
Mr. Holman, we have approved an agreement between the Republicans and the Democrats with the ranking member. We increased the time of one member of Congress who was interrupted by a protest. That is done with the approval of the ranking member. Please respect the chair's authority.
I respect the chair's authority, but the chair...
Mr. Holman!
You work for me. I'm a taxpayer. I'm a taxpayer. You work for me.
The witness will suspend.
You work for me, lady. I'm here at my convenience. So you can take that gavel and you can stick it right up your ass. I'm going to keep talking. I do want to thank Tom Homan for stealing my line that I've always wanted to say that to those people on the dais. Hey, you work for me. I'll talk as long as I want. Okay? If I ever get, I'm telling you right now, if I ever get called to testify before Congress, ever, and I know there are members of Congress who watch this show, if I ever get called to testify before Congress, just know that I'm going to bring in like that squeaky gavel from The Office, and every time they hit the gavel, I'm just going to squeak it. You want to put on a show? I'll put on a show. And I promise you, I am far more entertaining than Pramila Jayapal from Who Gives a Shit, Washington. You work for me, lady, not the other way around. You're my employee. I'll talk as long as I want. And if you don't like that, go find a new line of work. But, I would be remiss. I would be doing you all a disservice if I did not show you Tom Homan interacting with, by all accounts, the single stupidest person born in the year 1989. Now, I'm allowed to say that because I was born in 1989, so I'm allowed to critique the dumbassery, the midwitness, the simple-minded, the simpleton who came out of that year. And of course, that would be the illustrious, the unbelievable, the future of the Democratic Party.
Through this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father from his family.
Mr. Holman, with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
Alex, Sandy, whatever the hell it is you're going by these days, you're Alexandria when you're with the Hispanics and you're Sandy when you're with the white people. There's something the lawyers will tell you when you have a witness on the stand. Don't ever ask a question you don't already know the answer to. And it turns out when you go into a committee hearing with a guy who knows what he's talking about, maybe you should look inside of a book. You'd be amazed at the amount of information that they keep hidden in places like that. Yes, if you enter the country illegally, you are a criminal. You see, that's what the word illegal means, you see, because there's legal and there's illegal, and then legal would be legal, and then illegal would be a crime because crimes are illegal. Every time this girl speaks, I feel like I'm watching an episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway? Except that's funny, and this is the invasion of our country. So that is one of the political appointees that is going to be in the Trump administration. He has been appointed border czar. It's nice to have a border czar that actually cares about, the border, unlike the last one who was there to figure out root causes. By the way, someone should ask Kamala Harris, it's been 4 years. Has she figured out what those are yet? Of course she hasn't, because she's incompetent, which is why she 312 electoral votes. It wasn't even close. One of the biggest landslides in political history. Donald Trump wins a popular vote. A higher percentage of the popular vote than any Republican in like 50 years. A political earthquake. A cultural earthquake. And in just a minute, we're going to show you guys some of that political earthquake. Because I don't know if you were all watching football this weekend. I don't know if you were tuning into college football. But there's a new celebration when people score touchdowns. And I have to say, I'm super excited about it. I'm really excited about it. Before we keep rocking and rolling, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Excuse me. Share this video out all over the place. Let's get that live chat up to the screen. Guys, hit the thumbs up. What are we at? 1,200. Let's see if we can get to 300 rumbles by the end of the show. I think we can do it. What do you guys think? You think we can do it? I think we can do it. Before we keep moving and grooving, guys, did you ever want to own a pair of night vision binoculars, but you didn't get one because of how expensive they were? Well, now you can grab them for under $200 from our sponsor, TacRite. Similar night vision goggles will sell for over $4,000 because once the military grade goes up, so does the price. But TacRite was able to make a revolutionary new night vision system. Military night vision requires at least some light to work, but TacRite's night vision goggles can see even in the pitch dark. Our viewers can get an amazing one-time offer and grab yours for under $200 today. You don't even need a coupon code. Just go to TacRiteLFA.com. That's TACRIGHT LFA.com. This would make a great Christmas gift idea for anybody interested in the outdoors, in hunting, in the military, or people who just want to feel safe at night. So grab yours today, because these will not last long. Last time we did this on the show, it sold out in under 3 hours. So get yours today, guys. Go to visit TacRiteLFA.com. That's TacRiteLFA.com. How is everybody doing today? Donna, how are you? Christina, it's good to see you're laughing again after my Aaron Judge joke. Don't worry, Juan Soto will look great in a Met uniform. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Conservative Autumn, how are you? Also, wait till we get to the loud majority shop portion of this, because we've got some really cool... Actually, this is the first time you guys are going to see this. The first time you guys are going to see the new Loud Majority t-shirt that you are not going to want to miss. I think it's awesome. And it shuts up idiots, which is what I like to do for a living, it's really my modus operandi. So guys, hit that thumbs up button, share the video out all over the place. So before we get to the new college football trend, I want to give a big congratulations to our fellow New Yorker from the North Country, the number 4 Republican in the House of Representatives, Elise Stefanik, who has just been appointed ambassador to the UN. Now, I know many people who know Elise who know that she is an absolute savage. She is an absolute savage and will not take any baloney from those people who cannot eat baloney. She will take no crap from those people. She will take no crap from the despots and the dictators from all over the world. She is not a globalist. She is not part of that blob. Despite being in congressional leadership, she is absolutely awesome, and I think having her as UN ambassador is going to be absolutely great. So for all my upstate people, you're going to have a special election very soon. You're going to have a special election very soon. If you are in the North Country, stay tuned for details about that. We don't know if we'll be assisting in that. I have a feeling we will be up in Rochester. Up in the coldest damn place on planet Earth, like Brockport, where you're getting wet from Niagara Falls. It's cold there. Look, if you've ever been there, it's really cold, and we're getting into the winter months, and that's gonna suck. But I will come up to help. So congratulations to the fourth appointee in the Trump administration today, Elise Stefanik. Boom. I guess that takes her out of the governor race. Hey, Bruce Blakeman, are you free, buddy? Don't worry, we'll talk about that. But let's keep moving and grooving here, because there is a new college football trend letting us know that we are beginning to make dents in the culture. Now, sure. Do NFL fields still have like nonsense BLM resistance statements in the end zone? Sure, they do. But whether it's Nick Bosa of the 49ers wearing his MAGA hat in an interview, or it's college frat bros, or it's smoke show college girls, or it's college football quarterback scoring a touchdown, there's a new trend happening in the collegiate world. And guys, get ready to dance.
Yourself off the ground, I said, young man, 'cause you're in a new town. There's no need to be unhappy, young man. There's a place you can go. I said, young man, when you're short on your dough.
That is the new end zone celebration. We are seeing sweep college football. You saw Drake University, you saw Texas, you saw the San Francisco 49ers. I don't know what that college was at the end, but whatever. The frat bros. Hey, Democrats, don't worry. These next 12 years, they're going to fly by. They're going to fly by. Don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry. Nothing to see here. But some people are starting to take notice. Some Democrats are starting to realize that they have FA and soon they will FO. That would, of course, include the only vegan on planet Earth who seems to be obsessed with turkey, Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, who has decided to cut one of the most controversial programs ever in the wake of a Donald Trump victory. New York, are you feeling it, babe?
News, the mayor just announced that the city will no longer issue vouchers to migrants to pay for food, ending a controversial program that had repeatedly come under attack by conservatives and others.
This pilot program in New York City, drenched in both humanity and controversy, distributed debit cards to migrant families staying in city-funded hotels and allowing them to buy their own food. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einier following the breaking news for us. Josh?
Well, Bill, it's a program that, as you say, generated plenty of controversy, but now its absence may raise even more questions. The so-called Immediate Response Cards pilot program was designed to help feed migrant families who'd found themselves in New York with no way to afford food. The one-year contract provided what the city described as culturally relevant food to 2,600 migrant families, allowing them to basically buy what they wanted. A family of 4 with two kids under 5 got about $350 per week to cover food in a program the city said would actually save taxpayers millions a year. It also reduced food waste. You may remember the food the city had been providing in migrant shelters was seen as not culturally sensitive to the needs of some migrant groups, and it ended up just going to waste. For more than a year, the city was groaning under the weight of more than 200,000 asylum seekers. Officials say the migrant population has actually reduced lately. In fact, a massive shelter on Roosevelt Island is in the process of closing. In the meantime, Mayor Adams spoke on the phone yesterday with President-elect Donald Trump, who had vowed during his campaign to mass deport migrants. Aside from congratulating him on his win, though, Adams today would not say what they discussed.
Culturally sensitive food. How about this? If you break into a country and you're lucky enough to get to a state that won't send your goofy ass back, you'll eat what you eat or you starve. How does that sound, okay? It's dumb. Look, okay, here's what happens. Here's what happens when you give people debit cards and allow them to do whatever they want with it. They're going to eat the free food that's still there, and then they're going to take those debit cards and sell them to drug dealers. Do you know how I know that? Because you can watch it happening on 7th Avenue. You get $1,200 on a debit card. You go up to a drug dealer or any sort of hustler. He gives you $1,000, gives you $800. Boom, you got the cash. Then you can do what you want with it. It is like the oldest welfare scam in history. This is not like unique to the migrants coming in. This happened when they started putting food stamps on debit cards instead of physical coupons for things. It's not hard to see this is happening, guys. And guess what? I'm sorry, okay? If you break into a country and then demand you can get a papaya or halal food, like how about this? You eat what's there, or if you can't get your let me go back. If you can't get what you want to eat in New York City, where there's like every culture's restaurant on every street corner, everywhere. Are you kidding me? You'll eat what's there or you'll starve. Like my father used to say at the dinner table, you'll eat what your mother made or you'll starve. How does that sound? It's not like this goofy-ass soft world we're living in now. Hey, buddy. Hey, what do you want for dinner? Oh, you want ice cream for dinner? Okay. Whatever doesn't affect your mental health. Don't worry. And that's why your kids grow up with detachment disorders and they're 9 years old with diabetes because you fed them churros for dinner. Have you been to Disneyland in the last 15 years and seen the wheezing, waddling tubs of goo running from snack to snack? You're not supposed to be out of breath when you're 9 and running on flat ground. That's actually a Greg Giraldo joke, but rest in peace, Greg. It's true. I had to sit at the table until my vegetables were done. Some days I sat there for a lot longer than others. But now, you can break into a country, get free housing, and then get upset that there's not... I don't know. I don't know what culturally sensitive food is. I don't know what that means. I'm from New York. Culturally sensitive food is chicken parm. Pretty easy to find. But it's not just New York City. It's not just New York City that has seen this. The European Union has decided that there's a new boss in town. And now they've decided that they're going to stop buying oil from Russia. And they're going to start buying it from us.
I would not say discuss, but we touched upon yesterday. It's the whole topic of LNG. We still get a lot of LNG via Russia, from Russia. And why not replace it by American LNG, which is cheaper for us and brings down our energy prices, but is something where we can get into a discussion, also what our trade deficit is concerned. So engage, look at common interest, and then negotiate.
So let me get this straight. Donald Trump won an election, what are we at? 6 days ago. In 6 days, Eric Adams has decided to stop a very controversial program that has wasted the city of New York billions of dollars. The European Union has already agreed to begin buying oil and natural gas from us instead of buying it from Russia. Hamas is calling for a ceasefire. Russia is pulling back in Ukraine. Guys, it's been 6 days. Are you tired of winning it? Because I know I'm not tired of winning. I want more winning. Pile on the winning. I want winning all over my face. I'm jacked up, guys. Let's keep rocking and rolling here. Look, he's not even in office yet. He's not even in office. Guys, before we keep moving and grooving here, head on over to LoudMajorityUSA.com. That's guys, are you ready for this shirt? Are you ready for the shirt I'm about to show you? We made it last night. And by we, I mean somebody else who's far more talented than I am. Made it last night. Check this bad boy out. Let me make this bigger so you all can see it. It is a map of where Donald Trump won. And it says, "We are the loud majority." For all the idiots out there who have decided to say, you didn't win the popular vote, you're the loud minority. Yeah, well, you can go kiss my pink American ass. How does that sound? Pick that up today, guys. We've got them in like every color. Let me move this over here. We got them in white, black. I actually like this sand one. That's really good too. Check that out today. Gray. We've got them in every color. You can get them in heather gray. Let me find you another one in case that is not to your liking. This is the new Trump 47 t-shirt with the same logo on it. Can we load, please? Thank you very much, Wix. Can we load, please? Check this out. We got the new Loud Majority logo right there on the front with a big Trump 47 on the back. I think we've got it in men's and women's. So, guys, check this out today. We got it. Oh, look at this. That is one handsome shirt right there. You're going to want to get those. And if you see us at street fairs, I can promise you, you're going to be seeing this a lot, guys. So go to loudmajorityusa.com. That's loudmajorityusa.com. Sign up for our newsletter. Check out our shop. That is the best way to support this network and everything we've got going on. Also, if you head on over there, we have got a wide selection of Trump Christmas merchandise. Let me see. Where is this here? Boom. Let me go to the top. Yeah, Christmas stuff. We've got Trump wrapping paper. We've got Trump candles. We got Trump ugly Christmas sweaters. All your holiday stuff. We got ornaments. So much. Damn, who's ever doing this website is absolutely phenomenal. We got this new little cropped Land of the Free shirt for all the women that like doing that. Giddy up, let's go. Guys, that's the best way to support this network. Go to loudmajorityusa.com. That's loudmajorityusa.com. So, I promised you guys a recap of our Long Island victory rally we had. This was last Saturday. Check it out.
Some ups, been through some downs, and I want to thank all of you for sticking with us this entire time. The work so many of you have put in, whether it was volunteering or just sharing our stuff, doing voter registration drives, getting your friends out to vote for the first time. With the 11-point loss in New York by Donald Trump, it sent a signal that this state is winnable. We've got 2 years to shock the world. And I promise you, in 2026, we are going to make New York great again.
I tell you, whoever edits those videos, she's probably awesome. Just saying. Guys, we had a couple thousand people come out. Tomorrow, we're going to be releasing our next rally, which is going to be next Saturday, meeting up with the Queens Loud Majority and the Whitestone Republican Club. Super excited about all of that. Also, for my people in New Jersey, some big stuff's going to be happening. You're going to want to stay tuned. You're also going to want to stay tuned because Ryan Mata is coming up next. Ryan Mata is coming up next here on LFA TV. Until tomorrow, everybody, hit the thumbs up button. Stay loud.